And now, AMC's The Walking Dead. Hello everyone, I'm Herman Frost and this is Otaku Weekly, and today I'm here to review The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 1, titled No Sanctuary. If you watch this episode, you could clearly see the focal point around this episode was Carol and her idea to free her people from Terminus. The reason why Carol found out that Terminus was no good because she stumbled upon a termite in the woods saying, hey, when the boy bleeds out, give me his hat, along. And the samurai chick, she's basically a weapon with a weapon. That's how I knew they were no good. So she sneaks up on this guy, hears him saying how he's going to kill Michonne and Carl. And she says she's friends with these people. And they tie this guy. This part was so fucking stupid. They tie this guy up, right? Judith is right across the room from this guy. And Tyrese is pretty much in front of the door. Has his back turned, not looking at Judith. Really? Really, dude? But, and Carol just comes up with this idea to use the walkers, the parade of walkers, to get into Terminus, because it is fucking a shitload of walkers going towards Terminus. And she has this idea, hey, I could blend in with these walkers by pretty much spearing walker guts all over my body and just sneaking into Terminus. So she clearly sees, hey, I can't get into Terminus like this. So she sees this gas tank, puts a hole in it, and uses a firework to make it explode, thus causing Gareth to leave out the room right before Rick's group is about to be executed. While that's happening, two of the termites actually start an altercation with each other, start talking back and forth, and Rick gets free, stab these guys in the throat and in the gut, causing these guys to die. Freeing his people, he leaves out of that room, gets some knives. Pretty much, they're about to escape, leave. He says, hey, these people in the train cargo, they're causing a distraction. All we have to do is double back to the train cargo with our people and we're out of here. Then Glenn, oh my fucking goodness, Glenn, hey, this is Nuz. We have to free these people. Not knowing, if you in a train cargo for that long, you are bound to go fucking insane. So one of the guys actually has tattoos all over his fucking face, gets out of the train cargo, pretty much starts grabbing Glenn and Rick. I'm free. We're free. Haha. Rick says, pretty much, get off me, motherfucker. Pushes this guy into a walker by accident. And the guy goes, ah. I found that part pretty fucking hilarious. And Rick says, wait here. I got an idea. Rick's idea was to sneak up behind the termites because they were clearly killing off the walkers. There weren't going to be enough walkers if Rick left these people alive. These people knew how to fucking kill walkers. They had machine guns. And Rick sneaks up behind one, chokes him out, steals his machine gun, shoots 5 or 6 of the termites from the back, not killing them. That was fucking smart. And he shot him, so pretty much immobilized him. And when he shots them like that, the walkers clearly walk up to these guys and starts eating the shit out of them. Not shit actual, I mean eating the hell out of them. Like pretty much eating them. But while that's happening, while they're getting ate, Rick actually stumbles across some more guns laying on the ground, give them to his people. They go back to the train cargo to free the rest of their team from the train cargo. And Eugene pretty much gives this bullshit ass excuse in the episode saying how and what the cure is, how it works and what it is. And Michonne is clearly looking at this guy like, that sounds like a fucking video game. And I found that part pretty funny. And while after that whole scene is all said and done, they actually show Rick opening the train cargo saying, come on, we have to get out of here. And they get out of the train cargo and go over the fence. And before that, Rick actually shoots some termites on the roof. Termites, if you didn't know, they're pretty much the people in Terminus, Garrett's people. We call them termites. So while that's all said and done, Rick actually nicks Gareth in the shoulder, making him fall. And they're in the woods at this moment. And Rick stumbles upon the bag of guns. And he says, good. Now that the walkers are in there causing a panic and they're pretty much off balance at this moment, we're going to go along the gate, get these rifles, and pick them off. And they're just like, Rick, they're either going to run or die by walkers. It's done. We got to get out of here. We won. And Rick just looking like they don't get to live. And I had to agree with Rick. This was a good idea to pick these guys off while they're off balance. They don't know where the fuck the gunfire is going to come from. If they would have just went back on the walls, they would have possibly killed the termites. And they would have pretty much gotten to the Alexandria blah 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 a little bit quicker. But no. What did they do? They just left. And we all know in comic book how this plays out. Spoiler, hunters. And that's pretty much how the hunters are going to come after them, because they were sloppy and not going back and finishing the job. And at this moment, we see Carol behind these guys, and Daryl just goes into bitch mode right now. He just runs up to Carol, hugging Carol, said pretty much, he didn't say a word, he just hugged the shit out of her. And Rick goes up to Carol, did you do this? Did you help us escape? I love this part. She just goes, yeah, no big whoop. And they just walk the fuck off, because Carol just pretty much says, Rick, you have to follow me. While this is happening, Tyrese back in this fucking barn, house, shed, whatever the fuck it is. He was purely fucking stupid. Oh my goodness. Tyrese, the character's alright, but damn, you were a fucking idiot in this episode. But I love the actor who portrays Tyrese. No disrespect to him. But they just, oh my goodness. Why would they put Baby Judith behind Tyrese and a termite literally a few feet away from Judith, and Tyrese just looking out the door? This walkers, this smoke. What is that? I'm just looking like, oh my goodness. Dude, he's going to go for Judith. And this guy, he's fucking evil as shit how he talks. It's going to play out either one of three ways. The chick's going to come back and pop me. You're going to kill me right here. Or I'm going to kill you and then the baby. And the way he chews his gum, he just, oh my goodness. This guy portrays the douchebag level, and he just sounds evil as shit. I didn't like how his character, but I liked his dialogue in the show, if that makes any sense. I like how bad guys talk in the show because they have the best lines in the show. But anyway, while that's happening, Tyrese turns around. This guy grabs Judith by the throat. He says, give me your weapons, man, and go outside. Do it. I don't want to have to do it. One snap is all it'll take for me to kill this baby. Just go outside. And before that actually happens, this guy says, man, why are you even still here? You can just get the car and go. I don't feel like doing this today. Pretty much saying he don't feel like killing nobody today at the moment. But Tyrese knew he couldn't do that because Carol had to come back with the group. And fast forward to where I was at the previous, when I was talking about these two, he grabs Baby Judith and Tyrese actually goes outside. And Tyrese, they don't show it, but Tyrese just mauls these walkers. He goes through them like they were wet fucking paper. Just fucking destroy them, I'm saying. And he destroys these walkers, come back in the house, tackle this guy to the floor, beating him to death, saving Baby Judith in the process. While that's happening, the group actually goes back to the shed, and Rick drops his bag of guns. He sees his child, Baby Judith. Carl sees his sister, Judith, and they just run towards her, start hugging Baby Judith, holding her, kissing her, yada, yada, yada. Everyone's happy, yay. Also, Tyrese and Sasha actually get reunited because they're siblings, brother and sister. And she starts to cry. Everyone's happy, yada, yada, yada. They don't know if the fire is still burning. Carol does, because she is told by Lizzie and I forget the other one name in season 4 how to tell if a fire still is burning. If it's black, it's burning. If it's white, it's stopped. So she sees it's black and she goes, yeah, it's still burning. So Rick pretty much says, we have to get the hell away from here right now. We don't know if any of them survive. So at this moment, if you watch or if you read the comic book, you know that they're going to stumble into Father Gabriel pretty soon. And I'm assuming next episode by those trailers, what I saw. But anyway, this episode was fucking amazing. So all in all, I give this fucking episode a 10 out of 10. The MVP of this episode, Carol, hands down. Let's go over what happened in this episode. We get flashbacks to see how the termites actually turned evil. They left the signs up and a badass group of people came in, took over Terminus, raping their women, killing the dudes off. And we seen Carol going ham on these walkers and the termites, freeing her people and actually killing Mary. I found that pretty funny because these guys are pretty much clones of each other. Mary is basically a clone of Carol from season 1 through 2, when Carol was just fucking pathetic and a waste of space. And this in season 3, 4, and 5, Carol, oh my goodness, she's like up there with my favorite characters now because she just went ham. So Carol actually taking down Terminus, that was the focal point of the episode, and these guys escaping in the reunites of Sasha, Tyrese, and Rick and his family with Judith, all that shit, and Carol and it is creepy up here, people. And Carol and Glenn. And if you stayed around after the ending credits scene, you would have clearly seen Morgan right by the sign where it says "No Sanctuary," the one that Rick Drew scribbled out and said "No Sanctuary." And Morgan just looking like, he's looking badass, and he's just looking like, man, you mean to tell me I walked all this goddamn way and ain't no sanctuary? And I found that pretty crazy because Morgan, he's a badass. That's already established. And it's either one of a few ways this guy would actually leave. One, he was going crazy there just by himself. Two, he actually got overrun by people. And it may possibly be some of those crazy ass sheriff people that's holding Beth in Atlanta. It's a possibility, people. And he just goes into the woods. Alright, and it's a sign there. It look like a peace, it look like an X sign or a peace sign carved into a tree. So he just follows that and he just goes that way. And Morgan, I believe he's going to stumble across a termite, because if you actually paid attention to those trailers, it was like this. Gareth said this quote. He says, either you come with us to Washington and you end this thing, or you die. You have no choice. And I'm assuming they're talking to Morgan because they're pretty much going to see, they're going to try to go after Morgan, and Morgan's probably going to display his expertise on taking down walkers. And they're going to pretty much decide, hey, this guy may be useful, and he basically going to be better off alive than dead to us because he can help us kill walkers. Let's not forget, these termites are not that good at hunting nor killing walkers in the sense of Rick's group is. It's just a theory, and a theory of mine that Morgan's gonna stumble across the termites. Also, in the next episode is going to be a Father Gabriel episode because he's going to be all stuck in some rocks or some shit, and then walkers going to try to get him. And that's pretty much it. The show went off, and we get to split after the credit scene like Marvel movies with Morgan just unstrapping his mask, and oh my goodness, this guy hair stays super clean, man. I'm just looking like in a zombie apocalypse. How do your hair stay so crispy, man? But anyway, this is Herman Frost. This is Taco Weekly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Over and out. Also, if you want to learn how to watch this on your mobile devices such as tablets and cell phones, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Over and out.